Ian Tompkins, 636 Rock Street, regarding a zoning amendment.
Hello, Council.
How are you?
So I just came down to speak about the zoning amendment that I kind of unexpectedly put in on Friday. I spoke with the Niagara Neighborhood Association president yesterday. They're probably a little bit opposed to it. So I'm going to continue to talk to them a little bit about it. But basically, the reason I proposed it was because I was going to go to the zoning board about 450 Cambridge Street, as I would like to turn it into a 5-family. And I know that that would meet the lot size requirements under the new A2 zoning rules. And, I took a look around and I figured most of the neighborhood probably more conforms to the A2 rules than to the R4 zoning rules that it's currently there. It abuts A2 to the north and to the west. It abuts a bunch of commercial and business districts. There's even more A2 zoning to the south of it. So, I figured it kind of makes sense to request to turn it into an A2 district rather than try to continue to, than to just go right to zoning and try to spot zone my parcel, basically. And even if you look at the single-family homes in the district, most of them already conform to the A2 because they're small lot single-family homes. They're not like single-family homes on enormous things that people could then turn into like 4 or 5 family homes. So that's pretty much the reason why I decided I'd rather propose the zoning amendment than just go to the zoning board directly. I probably still need to go and get a special permit because of lot coverage, but that's pretty much where I'm at.
Councilman seat 4, Council Vice President Dion.
So if you weren't purchasing this house and didn't want to turn it into a 5-family, this never would have come about.
Well, I've owned 450 Cambridge Street for like 8 years, and I've kind of wanted to turn it into a 5-family for the past like 4 or 5 years. So it's been on my life plan radar for a while.
Have you spoken with any of your neighbors above it? I mean, and I get that the Niagara president wouldn't be happy. I can fully understand that.
Yeah. Well, I tried to explain to him that, like I said, most of the parcels aren't going to be affected. There's probably only a small handful of parcels. Like if there's a couple single-family homes on 8,000 square foot lot that you could demolish and turn into a 3-family, but the cost benefit to do that is pretty low or prohibitive. And then there's the new ADU laws, so any parcel that's a single family that could just be turned into a 2-family anyway right now. So, and density is going to go up in the city no matter what. So I figured I would just kind of propose this. I talked to my neighbor that abuts me to the north. He supports it. My neighbor to the east of me is a 6-family, and to the south of me is a school. So putting more families close to a school, because it's currently a 3-bedroom, a 4-bedroom, and a 4-bedroom apartment. So I was going to turn my attic into a 2 or 3 bed, and I was going to turn my basement into a 2 or 3 bed. So getting more families close to a school seemed like a potentially good idea to me.
So above and beyond needing to change the zoning, have you looked into if your basement can become an apartment? Because a lot of basements can't.
It's got the height requirements, and it's got the placement for egress. I think it meets most of the requirements. I mean, I've talked to Glenn before I did anything to it, but it seemed like feasibility wise, it seems feasible.
Okay, thank you. That I yield.
Thank you. Councilman in seats 7, Councilor Pereira.
I did also speak to the president of Niagara, and there are concerns with this, and it seems that this is something you want to do for your property. Why not just go to zoning yourself and see if that'll pass?
I could.
Yeah, well, why didn't you?
Because
Is there a reason why?
I figured this would make more sense because there's A2 to the north, to the west, and there's a bunch of commercial districts around it. And the city is, the state wants a push for higher density in cities. This is, if you were to pick a parcel out of the city, this is like a region that makes sense to go in the A2 direction versus, going further to the south towards Tiverton and further to the north in the north end where it's big, sprawling, single-family homes, Meridian Street, you don't want to touch. So if you wanted to make higher density, this would be an area to do it. Right now, I live in an A2 district on Rock Street, so, you know, I've got 6 families all around me, and it makes sense to transform the historic, as long as they're not done in a hideous manner, it makes sense to transform some of the historic mansions into multifamilies, so.
Now, if you made this into a 4-family, 5-family, 5-family, do you have off-street parking?
There's plenty of room. That's the only reason it qualifies, is because my particular property at 450 Cambridge is one of those rare double lots that has a massive 3-family and then a big yard. So I just want it, rather than split the lot up and make another 3-family on the side of it like most people would do, I'd rather add 2 units to it and leave the yard nice and spacious and comfortable for people to use.
I mean, because one of the concerns that people have had is if we start doing this all over this area, then we have to have more room for parking, and parking is very tight
Well,
in that area.
the rules, to get it,
That's why I asked if you had off-street parking.
yeah, it's required. Yeah, I would have to go to the
Right.
zoning board to get around that parking requirement. I'd require to have 10 parking spaces, which I do.
You can have, okay.
Yeah. But other properties that are gonna be transformed into a 3-family or whatever, they would have to show that they have space to put 3 parking spaces, which is, they probably don't.
Well, sometimes they do a space and a half, which I can't really see that concept. I don't know anybody that has half a car, but maybe a motorcycle or something,
Yeah.
or bring your horse in. Thank you, Ian. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Just so we're clear, Ms. Tompkins, the item that is before us this evening, we are most likely going to refer the item to the planning board. The planning board would then schedule their own public hearing. They will go through their process, and then it will come back to us to schedule our public hearings and go through the process like we did earlier, just so you're aware. So there'll be a real action other than the referral to the planning board most likely this evening.
No,
Just so you're
that's
aware.
about what I expected, Cliff. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ian.